So if you've just finished producing a chorus or a drop or a hook, you've got this part that feels really good, but you're not entirely sure where to go next, this video is for you. And particularly if you're quite new to production, I think this is a really low-hanging fruit. It's not particularly complicated. If you've been producing for a while, move on. You probably don't need this, but maybe you do. It's beginner level techniques. Welcome to the Producer Place. My name is Nick Rollo. I'm a producer and mixing engineer from Australia. I've got millions of streams, worked with many artists around the world. I hope that you find this information helpful. Before we get into it, there are some freebies below. There's a free vocal mixing cheat sheet. There's some Studio One presets if you use Studio One. Just have a look below. You'll see all the things. Let's get into the video. So like 10 minutes ago, I was messing around and I made this, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty underdeveloped. It's using Studio One's Impact for the drum samples, and these are all from Splice audio set from various sample packs. And then I'm just using Vital, which is a free synth. I'm using that for all of the instruments here, so I'll just quickly break them down. Drake bass. And this last sound is using kickstart and room reverb to just give a pulse and a vibe. And all together. So I think it sounds good. Obviously, I need more of a song, right? I can't just have this and then that's the song finished. We need to develop it. We need to arrange it. And how do we do that? If you're a beginner, this is probably what I'd recommend. And it's super simple, super simple. And I know, before you dislike the video, as I said, super simple idea. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to make the chorus hook, the drop, the big part of the song that feels good. And we're just going to copy it. I'm just going to mute some parts to start with anyway. So I'm going to get rid of this lead line and the synths, the chords. Next, I'm going to go into the drums and I'm going to create another pattern. And I'm going to get rid of these like really fast pace hats. I'm going to get rid of the percussion and the clap that's at the end. And in this case, the bass has this movement at the end. I'm going to get rid of that and really simplify it. So I'm just going to click that. I'm going to consolidate them together. Next, I'm going to merge these two MIDI files together, and then I'm going to bounce this to audio. So just render it essentially, but render it to a new track. And then I'm going to grab an EQ, and I'm going to filter it off. And maybe let's add an effect like a flanger, just use Studio One. Just to give it a bit of this sizzle. So instantly it drops off, it's filtered, we've made it darker and more vibey, perfect for a verse vocal or a rapper, and then it picks back up right into the chorus. A really easy way to pick it back up is we'll jump to the drums, and then let's just say we'll mute something here. We can bounce out these chords, and because these chord progressions are the same, and that's making it easy for us. We don't have to think about new chords. You obviously can. I'm just saying if you want to be quick and making a beat, and if you watch the last video where I said the best way to get better is just to make heaps of songs, this is the best way to do it in my opinion. Just make a really cool hook, a really cool chorus, and then just develop it like this. And you can be more interesting than I'm being. But because the chords are the same, I'll just grab the last chord of the progression, and then I'm gonna just fade it up. And then let's chuck a reverb on it. Small length on it. Let's filter it a little bit. Maybe put it up the octave. Or down the octave if we want a rumble. I think up the octave was cooler. And then let's say we get to verse 2 and we want to make it slightly different. We can grab the drums, for instance, and I'm bouncing them to a new track, similar to what I did with the ambience. And this time, I'm just going to grab an EQ and filter it. Filtering, I find, is just a really easy way to differentiate a verse. It's like a low-hanging fruit. Super easy arrangement. That took me what, like 5 minutes to figure out, and you can do it more complicated, you can make it more interesting, but just as a base level, that's already given us something to work with. Now we can dive in, add extra or different parts to make it more interesting and more unique from the chorus, but we've got this base level that's different. It feels better, well, not better, but it feels different. You can add in more transition effects, more fills on the drums. You can change the chords if you want. There's so many options, but this is just a really fast way to move. I hope you found this useful. If you did, hit like, hit subscribe, and as I said before, check out the freebies below. Have a great day. I'll catch you next video.